Hi Lindsay, my name's Joseph Brown. I'll be your student therapist today. I saw in your intake form that you've been dealing with some neck pain, so if you could kind of go into a little more detail and tell me in your own words what that means and kind of what affects it, what brings it about.
Sure. So I was actually diagnosed with a degenerative disc disease, and so my neck is in a lot of pain, just with even light touch or any light movement, really.
Okay.
There was no sudden onset or anything like that. I just kind of noticed it over time. It's pretty bad with any touch, and then it gets a lot worse when I'm stressed or have a lot going on, which I do at this moment in my life, just with my grandparents and stuff, and so it tends to make it worse. Yeah.
Okay, so you said you were diagnosed with degenerative disc disease. Did you have an MRI done or anything?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
That's how they diagnosed it.
so pain is very complex and very debilitating, and obviously I know you want to get out of pain. That's probably why you've come to see me today.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important for my patients to understand that pain is a lot more than just like physical ailments or pathologies, and sometimes what the MRI shows doesn't always correlate with pain exactly. So you mentioned that you're very stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Stress can be a huge part and play a huge role in pain, and it seems like you've caught on that stress kind of really brings about your symptoms and
Definitely
makes the pain worse.
Yeah.
So that's you just being smart. That's you knowing that stress is contributing to your pain. So if we minimize that stress level, then we can also help to minimize your pain. Have you been seeing anybody about some of these issues you've been dealing with at home, or are you just managing it on your own?
Right now, I'm just kind of managing it on my own.
Okay, that's fine. You seem strong and capable, but if you would like a referral out to talk to somebody or see somebody else, I would be more than happy to help you do that and do that for you. Okay?
I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, so now that you kind of understand that stress contributes to pain, it's also important to know that pain, sometimes our nerves that kind of send signals to our brain, where our brain sends pain signals back out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those nerves can become really sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to use kind of a metaphor for this to explain this to some of my patients, and it's like a guitar and an amp. So sometimes with electric guitars you'll plug an amp in and that helps it play louder and whatnot. So let's say the strumming of the strings and the sound is your pain level. Okay, and let's say the amp is your brain. So that strumming sends a signal to the amp, and the amp gives an output, the sound that would technically be your pain. Sometimes our nerves and our brain become very, very sensitive to the same stimulus, which would be strumming that guitar string.
Yeah.
And kind of like with an amp, when those nerves become sensitive, imagine that those volume buttons and all the little knobs on the amp are kind of being messed with. So next time, anytime that those guitar strings get strung or strummed, it can be very loud, very high pitched, and kind of painful, funny enough. And that's kind of how brain works within our brain. So what I think would be very beneficial for us to do in our future sessions is to kind of really focus on getting that amp back in tune and having normal output. And we've got several modalities and things that we can help you do with that. So if you don't want that referral and you'd like to get started, I'm very excited to help you get pain-free and start really enjoying your life and managing the stresses and just being happy again.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, good talk.
Good
Thanks.
talk. Thank you.